Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another little chin wag. We are here in Hereford, still in Herefordshire, should I say. Look at this beautiful autumnal day. A little bit grey, but the colours of the trees make up for that, folks. Jeez, look at this. Absolutely love it. Anyway, as I was walking along here, it's a new path for me, and I was just things pop into my head, as I'm sure it does for many people. I was just thinking to myself, I better get maps out just to see where I need to take a left in a minute, basically. So I just had that thought process of kind of, I don't want to get lost, and a little travel memory popped into my head of when I was in California visiting friends over there, and I got lost, folks. I got lost in probably not the kind of place where you think I would get lost. So let me go on and explain. Generally, I worry about getting lost, like when I'm out hiking, right? Places like this in nature, might take a wrong turn, might figure out I've gone the wrong way, and you're like, shit. But never did I think I would get lost in a shopping mall in Los Angeles, folks. It wasn't funny to my friend at the time. Oh my days. So I was visiting friends there, very good friends. Hello, you know who you are if you're watching this. And I'm sure you might be giggling now because it's funny. It's funny now, no? Surely you've forgiven me by now. So yeah, I was visiting friends there, and one of their friends was getting married, and they asked me to join them at the wedding, so I accepted, of course. And I had very nicely dressed. I knew I was going to this wedding before I went to visit them, so I took some nice clothes with me, and proper not suit, but a proper shirt, little dicky bow or a tie and some trousers, all of that jazz, looking very weddingy. Anyway, not my usual kind of clothing, and wasn't daily kind of wear. Anyway, long story short, folks, we were on the way to the wedding. We were driving there, and my friend needed to stop off to find some shoes, I think it was. She wanted to buy some shoes before she went. Sorry, I am trying to find my way now. So she wanted to stop at a shopping mall. Now, previous to getting in the car, wait there, folks, look at this. I'm just getting a bit lost here. I think I need to go up. I'm gonna head up. Well, there's loads of different ways, but let's go this way. Okay, back on track, sorry. So my friend, she wanted to stop and get some shoes. Previous to this, I had had a couple of beers at hers, getting warmed up for the wedding. It was just an evening do, so this was early afternoon. So she stopped off at the mall, and I needed a Jimmy Riddle, folks. I needed to go to the toilet. So I said, while you go and find shoes, I'm going to take myself and find a toilet in the mall. So they said, jokingly, don't get lost. Make sure you remember how to get back out. And I said, come on, I'm only going to the toilet, So off I went to find the toilet. Went in. I'm just going to take a break, folks, because I'm getting out of breath. Whew, look at this. Look at the views. So yes, I go to the toilet. Left, right, left, whatever it was. Do my business. Wash my hands. Come out of the toilet. Take a left, which should have been a right. And that's the worst mistake I've made in all of my travels. It's the biggest mistake I've made as far as getting lost, because that then led me to just getting totally lost in this mall. Like, that one turn just led to all the other turns being wrong, basically. You understand, folks. I was in there for it was over an hour. I was trying to find my way out. I didn't have I didn't have internet. I had my phone on me, I remember, but I didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have anything like that. And so I was like couldn't get in touch with my friends. Like, they were just waiting for me. They were trying to get in touch with me, and I was just running around this mall like a headless chicken, I'm not lying, all suited and booted, you know, all fancily dressed. People were just looking at me like, what the hell, who's this? Do you know what I mean? Look, in the end, I went to a security guy and I asked him, how can I find my friends here? I didn't know what to even ask, you know. And he said, well, try maybe get some Wi-Fi from somewhere. I was like, great idea. So I went into this, it's like a hairdresser's and like a nail bar. It was just the first place I went into. Anyway, I went in there and all of these women were kind of getting their nails done and stuff, and I was like, is there any chance I can get onto your Wi-Fi? I'm lost. I don't know where my friends are. I was a blubbering wreck, yeah. And they were all looking at me like kind of laughing, and I'm like, this isn't funny. I said, we're going to a wedding and I'm going to be proper, I'm going to be really late. Oh my days, folks. So there I was in the middle of this mall, couldn't find my way out, couldn't find my way to my friends where they'd parked, nothing. And eventually a security guy came over and he said, I'll take you out in my van. He says, I'll take you around the mall and see if you recognize where your friends might have been parked. So that's what we did. I went with him and eventually I found where my friends were parked. We were late for the wedding. We didn't see the main bit, the bit that we should have been there for at the beginning. We didn't see. We just made it for the end at the evening when everyone was having drinks and stuff. Man, I felt so guilty, folks, so guilty, because my friend had just missed her friend's wedding because I got lost in a shopping mall in Los Angeles. So you know who you are. My sincere apologies once again. But we did see the funny side of it eventually. But oh my god, like at the time, that's the worst lost feeling I've ever had, because I never thought I'd get lost in a shopping mall, or like, you know what I mean? Oh my days. Anyway, folks, I just remembered about that, in all honesty. That just popped into my head again. Another random thought that just popped into my head. But yes, moral of the story, if you go to a shopping mall in the US, and it's a rather large one, and you want to find your way out to your car or whatever, make sure you know where you're going, because it's very easy to get lost. Literally one wrong turn, the wrong turn led to me just, yeah, totally getting lost. Unreal. Anyway, folks, I'm never going to let that happen again. No more shopping malls for me ever in my life. All right, well, take care until the next one. Peace. Oof, uphill.